The year was 1912. From the bustling shipyards of Belfast, a colossal vessel emerged, christened the Titanic, a floating palace of unprecedented scale and luxury. The Titanic was hailed as the pinnacle of human ingenuity, an engineering marvel, defying the very limits of what was considered possible. She embodied the dreams of an era, the confidence of man, seemingly at the helm of his own destiny. Her decks, a stage for ambition and aspiration, first-class passengers, captains of industry, and hopeful immigrants alike, all drawn to the promise of a new world. A journey across the vast Atlantic, a symbol of human progress and interconnectedness. Little did they know, fate had a different course charted. The Titanic, a symbol of human achievement, was about to encounter the unyielding presence of Allah, the one true God. Her voyage, a stark reminder that even amidst our grandest endeavors, we are but vessels upon a sea of His making, our paths not solely determined by the maps we draw, but by the unseen hand that guides us. From the depths of the ocean to the heavens above, Allah's signs surround us. In the intricate balance of nature, the boundless expanse of the universe, and the beating of our own hearts. Signs that point us towards a truth that transcends human understanding. A truth that whispers of a power both awe-inspiring and humbling. The Titanic story, a tale woven into the fabric of time, compels us to reflect, to acknowledge the might of Allah, and to recognize the fleeting nature of our own existence. It is a story of hubris and humility, of loss and faith, a story that echoes through generations, reminding us that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, the signs of Allah are ever present. The conception of the Titanic was audacious, a vision born from ambition. Bruce Ismay and Lord Pirrie dared to dream of a vessel that would surpass all others, a ship embodying luxury and human achievement. The Titanic was to be the largest and most opulent liner. Her design, a testament to human progress, opulent dining saloons, grand staircases, state-of-the-art amenities. News of the Titanic captivated the globe. She became a symbol of human ingenuity. The world watched her construction with bated breath. Little did they know, this monument to ambition would soon become a stark reminder of human limits. And the fall, when ordained by Allah, is swift and absolute. Inside Belfast shipyards, thousands of men berthed the Titanic. The air crackled with riveting guns and hammers. Her hull, divided into 16 watertight compartments, was deemed unsinkable. But Allah, the ultimate architect, sets boundaries no man can transgress. The Titanic's journey would seal her fate. The Titanic was more than a ship. She was a symbol of an era intoxicated by progress, fueled by industrial might, and blinded by the illusion of human invincibility. The newspapers declared her practically unsinkable, a testament to the hubris that had gripped the hearts of men. They had dared to challenge the natural order, to believe that they had outsmarted fate itself. But Allah, the all-knowing, observes the arrogance of man with a knowing gaze. On May 31st, 1912, the Titanic was ready. Her hull gleaming under the Irish sun, she embarked on her maiden voyage. Thousands gathered at the docks of Belfast, their cheers echoing triumph and pride. The Titanic, a symbol of human ingenuity, set sail for New York City. Yet, amidst the jubilation, a disquieting truth lingered. The Titanic, despite her grandeur, was but a fragile vessel sailing upon the vast Atlantic. The sea, a force of nature far exceeding human control, held the power to both sustain and destroy. And Allah, the Lord of the worlds, commanded the wind and the waves. The stage was set. The Titanic, a monument to human pride, sailed towards her destiny, unaware of the icy embrace that awaited her. The whispers of fate grew louder, warning of the impending disaster, a stark reminder of the transient nature of human life and the absolute power of Allah. Southampton, England, a crisp April morning. The air buzzed with excitement and anticipation. The Titanic, a majestic giant of steel and steam, stood ready for her maiden voyage. Crowds lined the docks, their gazes drawn to the spectacle of human ambition. Whistles blew as the Titanic slowly pulled away, her propellers churning the water. On board, a microcosm of society came alive. First-class passengers mingled on the promenade deck. They had boarded with dreams woven into their expensive luggage, of fortunes to be made, of lives transformed in the land of opportunity. In the bowels of the ship, third-class passengers looked towards the horizon with hope. For them, the Titanic represented a lifeline, a chance to escape poverty. As the shores of England faded, a sense of both exhilaration and unease settled upon the passengers. The Titanic ventured into the vast and unpredictable expanse of the North Atlantic. The sea, a force of nature, both alluring and unforgiving, held the power to both unite and divide. And Allah, the master of the seas, watched over all. The Titanic sailed on, a beacon of human ingenuity and aspiration. But fate, like the ocean itself, is a fickle mistress. And the whispers of Allah's divine plan echoed through the ship's being. The Titanic was a floating microcosm of humanity. Within its iron walls, dreams and destinies intertwined. In opulent dining saloons, industry captains mingled with socialites. Below deck, third-class families dreamt of a better life. Their journey was fueled by the promise of opportunity. The crew, from officers to stokers, kept the Titanic afloat. The Titanic's voyage was a testament to the human spirit. Days turned into nights as the Titanic steamed westward, her powerful engines propelling her across the vast expanse of the Atlantic. The weather remained calm, the sea an endless mirror reflecting the azure sky above. Passengers settled into the rhythm of life on board, their initial anxieties replaced by a sense of security and wonder. But amidst the tranquility, subtle omens hinted at the impending disaster, whispers of warning that went unnoticed by those blinded by their own mortality. Experienced sailors, their eyes trained to read the subtle signs of the sea, noticed unusual patterns in the waves, a stillness in the air that spoke of an approaching cold front. Flocks of birds, usually a rare sight so far from land, circled the ship, their mournful cries seemingly echoing the whispers of fate. The temperature dropped, a bone-chilling cold seeping into the very bones of the Titanic, as if the icy hand of destiny had reached out to caress her steel hull. In the Titanic's wireless room, a constant stream of messages crackled through the ether, connecting the ship to the outside world. Among these messages were warnings from other vessels, reports of icebergs drifting south into the Titanic's path. But these warnings, though acknowledged, were not given the weight they deserved. The belief in the Titanic's unsinkability had taken root, blinding those in command to the potential dangers that lurked beneath the seemingly tranquil surface of the sea. The Titanic, a beacon of human arrogance, sailed on, oblivious to the icy grip of fate that was slowly but surely closing in. For Allah, the architect of destiny, had woven a different path for the Titanic, a path that would serve as a timeless reminder of the transient nature of human life and the absolute power of the divine. Night had fallen upon the Atlantic. The Titanic, shrouded in darkness, sailed on. Stars twinkled above, indifferent to the unfolding drama. Lookouts strained their eyes, their breath forming icy plumes. The iceberg, a silent sentinel, awaited its moment of destiny. Suddenly, a shape emerged from the darkness, a ghostly apparition materializing from the mist. The lookout froze, heart pounding, as he registered the unmistakable silhouette of an iceberg. "Iceberg, right ahead," he screamed. His words pierced the tranquility of the night. The alarm bell clanged, echoing through the ship. On the bridge, chaos erupted. Orders were barked, the helm spun hard to starboard. But it was too late. The Titanic scraped along the iceberg's side. The impact delivered a fatal blow. Below the waterline, the iceberg tore through the hull. Seawater rushed in, tightening its icy grip. The unsinkable ship had met its match. At first, there was a sense of disbelief, a collective denial of the unthinkable. Passengers, jolted from their slumber or their evening revelry, stumbled onto the decks, their faces a mixture of confusion and apprehension. The ship, though slightly tilted, still seemed solid beneath their feet, the lights still burning brightly, the orchestra playing on. But below decks, the reality of the situation was becoming all too clear. Seawater poured into the Titanic's lower levels, extinguishing the fires in the boiler rooms and plunging the ship into darkness. Captain Smith, his face ashen, received the grim news from his officers. The Titanic, they informed him, was taking on water rapidly and her fate was sealed. As the gravity of the situation sunk in, a wave of panic began to spread through the ship. Passengers, their initial composure shattered, rushed to the lifeboats, their cries echoing through the corridors. Husbands desperately sought to reassure their wives. Mothers clutched their children close, and prayers, both silent and spoken, ascended to the heavens. Distress rockets, their fiery trails streaking across the night sky, were launched into the darkness, a desperate plea for help in the face of impending doom. The Titanic, once a symbol of human ingenuity and aspiration, was now a tomb in the making, a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the absolute power of Allah. The once vibrant heart of the Titanic was now a chilling tableau of fear and desperation. The illusion of order, carefully constructed to maintain the facade of control, crumbled like a poorly built dam. The lifeboats, woefully inadequate for the sheer number of souls on board, became beacons of both hope and despair. Mothers, their faces etched with terror, clung fiercely to their children, their whispered prayers lost in the cacophony of screams and the mournful cries of the ship's distress rockets. The band played on, their melodies a poignant counterpoint to the encroaching chaos, a testament to the indomitable spirit of man, even in the face of oblivion. In the midst of the pandemonium, acts of selflessness and cowardice played out in equal measure. Men, bound by honor or driven by fear, stepped aside to allow women and children to board the lifeboats. their own fates left to the whims of the sea and the will of Allah. The Titanic, her lights flickering as the icy water crippled her lifeblood, continued her descent into the abyss. Each degree of tilt, each wave that crashed over her decks, served as a stark reminder of the awesome power of nature and the transient nature of man's dominion over the world. As the night wore on, the inevitable drew closer. The Titanic, her back broken by the weight of her own hubris and the relentless force of the ocean, began her final plunge into the icy depths. The once grand staircase, a symbol of opulence and aspiration, became a watery tomb, its polished wood and gleaming brass swallowed by the encroaching darkness. Those who had not found a place on the lifeboats clung desperately to whatever flotsam they could find, their cries for help swallowed by the wind and the waves. The lifeboats, bobbing precariously in the turbulent sea, offered a cruel spectacle of both salvation and helplessness. Their occupants forced to bear witness to the final moments of the Titanic and the agonizing demise of those left behind. The night air, heavy with the stench of salt water and the cries of the dying, echoed with prayers and pleas for mercy. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, had decreed this night a testament to His power, a stark reminder that even the grandest of human creations are but fleeting specks against the vast canvas of His creation. And then, with a final agonizing groan, the Titanic slipped beneath the waves, her lights extinguished, her story forever etched in the annals of history as a cautionary tale of human pride and the unyielding might of Allah. In the aftermath of the unthinkable, as the survivors huddled together in their lifeboats, the true scale of the tragedy began to sink in. Over 1,500 souls, their dreams and aspirations swallowed by the icy depths, were now lost to the world, their stories forever intertwined with the fate of the Titanic. Amidst the grief and despair, stories of faith and resilience emerged. Whispers of prayers answered, of lives spared by what seemed like miracles, served as a testament to the enduring power of belief, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, Allah's presence is felt. The Carpathia, responding to the Titanic's distress calls, arrived on the scene hours later, her arrival a beacon of hope in the vast emptiness of the North Atlantic. As the survivors were brought aboard, their faces etched with the horrors they had witnessed, a profound silence fell upon the Carpathia, a silence born of respect for the dead and a newfound appreciation for the precious gift of life. The sinking of the Titanic, a tragedy of immense proportions, served as a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the limits of human ambition. It was a moment in history that echoed the words of Allah, a reminder that His power is absolute, His will unyielding, and His mercy, though often unseen, ever present. The ocean, a graveyard of dreams, holds tales of tragedy and miraculous survival. Stories whispered by the wind, etched into hearts, remind us of Allah's mercy. Amidst loss, Allah's mercy shines through. A young woman clung to driftwood, her prayers answered by a lifeboat. Pulled from the icy Atlantic, she saw Allah's guiding hand. These stories, fragments of hope, remind us of Allah's constant mercy. The Titanic, once a symbol of human ingenuity, now lay broken on the ocean floor, a testament to the folly of pride and the unforgiving nature of the sea. Yet, amidst the ruins, Allah's signs were evident, a testament to His power and mercy. Those who clung to faith, found hope and survival, a testament to the power of prayer. Faith in Allah sustains us, guiding us through the darkest storms. The stories of Titanic survivors are whispers of destiny, woven by the unseen hand of Allah. Each act of selflessness and prayer played a part in their deliverance, a testament to His divine plan. They became living testaments to Allah's mercy, inspiring generations. The Titanic story reminds us to trust in the divine and live by His teachings. The Titanic, a monument to human aspiration swallowed by the depths, left in her wake a legacy etched in both sorrow and profound spiritual resonance. The world, once captivated by her grandeur, was left to grapple with the stark reality of her fate. The unsinkable ship, a testament to human hubris, had been humbled by the unyielding power of Allah. Her story, passed down through generations, serves as a timeless reminder of the transient nature of our existence and the importance of anchoring our lives in faith. If you found this story compelling, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to life.